Hello, and welcome to this solo episode of the WILL podcast. So I just got off of a call with a group of clients where I led a workshop, a spring workshop called Spring Live. And I want to share with you one of the parts of the workshop that got people buzzing and shifted their thinking the most, because I think it might be helpful for you as you are encountering challenges, as we all do. So let's start first with, what is the nature of human existence? All right, a very light question. But it's important that we just take a step back from our day-to-day grind and reality and be like, wait a minute, what is this all for? What is this about? What is the nature of human existence? Not just mine, but everyone's. So we can depersonalize it a little bit. And so what people said, and what I agree with and will expand upon, is we are here to grow. We are here on planet Earth, in this human body, in this life. I shared that I believe we are all extensions of the divine, and that we are here to have a human experience, to grow and learn, and to bring that information back at the end of our days to feed into the expanded human and divine consciousness. That's what I believe. I believe in the principle of increase, that the universe is always expanding, and that we are part of the universe. We are not separate from it. We are part of the natural world. And as the universe expands, so it is part of the human condition to expand and grow. Now, I also believe that contrast and challenges are part of the journey. We're going to go deeper into talking about challenges in just a sec. But if everything was rainbows and daisies and butterflies all the time, we wouldn't know that it was rainbows and daisies and butterflies. We would just be in a state that I think, in all honesty, would not be that interesting. It certainly wouldn't propel growth. So if you agree on some level, okay, yeah, the human condition, part of it is to learn and grow. Well, then we need challenges and contrast to rub up against to help us point and kind of friction off of into a different direction. So let's talk now about challenges. So what are challenges? Like, if you were to describe what challenges are to someone who didn't know, or you're teaching your kids, how to think about challenges in a more expansive way. So they're not just something to annoy you, to stymie you, to provide roadblocks. What if challenges are not results of our behavior, that they are something to help us grow around and through? So in this workshop I led, I used a whole garden analogy, and thinking about plants can't grow if they're just in a little plastic starter container, little plastic container. They need to be put into the ground to spread and grow. If you think about weeds pushing up through the sidewalk or through cracks in cement, or if there's actually a fallow lot in my neighborhood right on the corner of Broadway and 181st Street, and it's like a jungle is growing up there, pushing through the old concrete. Plants are shooting up. It is the nature of nature to grow and evolve and push through past challenges. Challenges are also, so let's go deeper. Okay, so we can probably agree with that, but let's get even more expansive. So what if challenges are opportunities to grow past our conditioning and habitual responses? What if challenges are opportunities to move past our limiting beliefs and our habitual conditioned way of doing things? What if challenges are an opportunity to expand our capacity? Not just for the hard stuff that we have to get through, but what if challenges are an opportunity to expand our capacity to enjoy life, for more love, for more pleasure? What if challenges are a chance for us to clarify our values and our desires? So if a challenge is a chance for you to clarify, for all of us to clarify our values and our desires, it's so important to pay attention to. If we don't like something, so someone who was on the call said, my challenge that I'm working with is I'm no longer happy at my law firm. She's a 5th or 6th year associate. She clerked for a couple of years. She knows she doesn't want to stay in a big firm. And it pointed to her values and her desire to do work that's more meaningful, that's more fulfilling, that's more connected to community. So what if we look again at our challenges as a chance to clarify our values and desires? I want to add a couple more points here and then we'll wrap it up. What if also challenges are an opportunity to become the person who moves through the challenge? So when we have a challenge and we face it and we use it as an opportunity to become the person who has moved through it, you get to a new identity. All right. So what if a challenge is an opportunity to become the person who has the thing that you want, who has the job that's more connected and meaningful and fulfilling? Personally, right now, as I record this, I'm getting ready to go to Portugal and I'm going to walk on the Camino, which is a pilgrimage path through Portugal and France and Spain to Santiago in Spain. And I'm not going to make it all the way to Santiago on this trip, but I am going to walk for about 7 days. And that's going to be a challenge. And on the other end of it, I'm getting a little teary thinking about it. I'm going to become a person who has walked part of the Camino. And there are things I'm going to learn and challenges I'm going to face along the way that are opportunities for me to get over my fear, to push past, walking with blisters, to learn how to rest and listen to my body, to figure out what's right for me in that moment. And I'm going to become the person who has done those things. So the last thing I want to say about challenges is that challenges are an opportunity also for us not to have to grit and grip through tough things. And so often the women lawyers I work with, you're spending so much time forcing and pushing and just head down and barreling through things. And what if challenges are an opportunity for you to do things differently, right? And towards the end of the call, I was working, one of the people who stayed on, she and I worked together for quite a while, and she was thinking about how she can add a group component to her offerings. And she has her own business now. And I was like, what if it could be super simple? And then she said the idea that she's actually had about how she could do it super simply. And I was like, what if that's it? That's it. It could be that simple. It doesn't have to be a whole big hard thing. So what if challenges are a chance to increase our capacity, do the things that we want to do with more ease, with more love, with more pleasure, that you don't have to grip and grind through them? What if it's a way to find an easier path? So I leave you with these thoughts. I'd be so curious to hear what you think about them, how this shifts how you think about challenges. If you want some help to think about your career challenges or your business challenges, if you have your own business, I work with business owners also, then let's get on a call and explore how shifting your thinking, how you can grow past your conditioning, your habitual responses, and your limiting beliefs. That's what I do with women lawyers day in and day out in WILL. And if you want to overcome some of the career roadblock challenges you feel stuck in, then let's chat. All right. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.